my race bike.
Oh, this is just out in the desert, just having fun.
Well, no,
some developmental work.
There was a desert race down here, like probably how far is El Centro from here? Superstitious. There was a desert race down here. Well, I wasn't allowed to race desert races because they thought I was like the short course specialist, you know, so they didn't want me to get hurt. So I put balloon tires on my race bike, and I went down to the desert, and I raced this race, and I ate crap, and there I am with a broken collarbone, and I was supposed to go to Texas to a Supercross race the next weekend, and I got in like super big trouble. You ever heard of Smitty's ATC? Smitty's ATC was the very first three-wheeler only shop in the United States back in like 1971 maybe, and that's Smitty. That's where me and Dean worked back before we started racing. That's Smitty right there.
Now is Smitty still around?
Yeah, he's still around. And this is the 200X that I built, that I raced. It was my flat track bike, and the one that I won the '84 Ice Racing World Championships on.
Now is that frame altered?
This bike. No, that frame is all chromoly.
Okay, I was gonna say it looks something
See the swing arm in it?
Yep.
It had a double tensioner. It had just a work shock in it. It was all lightweight. You see how the tank's all cut back? See, it had aluminum handlebars on it. See how the master cylinder is on the down slide of the handlebars? And it had 200X triple clamps, but it has 81 250 forks on it that are light.
With a solid disc on the front.
With a solid disc in the front. And you see all the pieces, like the brake lever and all these pieces, they're all made out of aluminum. All the brake lever and all this stuff's all aluminum.
It was all one-off stuff, pretty much.
It was all one-off stuff. That bike right there weighed almost...
Fiberglass, too.
Yeah, see now this low-profile fender, this is a low-profile 200X fender. I made that fender in my garage. I lowered it, made the mold, and then I had them made, and I used to sell these fenders at the races.
And that's a glass fender.
That's a glass fender.
Hand-laid glass?
Hand-laid glass fender, but it's lower. See how it dropped down?
Yep.
And this bike weighed, see how it has a downswept pipe? This bike probably weighed like 70 pounds less than a regular 200X.
And you're talking, what, 83, 84, somewhere in here?
Probably 83, 84, probably 84.
This thing's like weighed like 200 pounds.
And this bike just...
See, now there's the desert back when there was just three-wheelers. See, there's no quads, they're all three-wheelers. There's a 185S.
That's how it should be.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's a 70. Hey Mike, where's that picture? Mike, where's that picture of me and Smitty on the 70 with the two? I'll show you a really trippy picture. Check this out. I took this off my wall to show Mike. This is another one of the bikes that I used to have that was. We took the port on a 110 motor and bored it on the mill, so the manifold went down and dropped straight in on top of the valve. See the air cleaner going through the port? Yep. It was straight through this way, so the manifold didn't go up and around. It went straight through. Well, this is how we used to race. That's Smitty, racing with no shirt on. Okay? And there's me and Dean. That's the same corner, but years later. That's a Saddleback Park flat tracking, and then that's years later. That's exactly the same pictures taken in. This is 1979. This is the same picture. But you can see how the how it went from this to this. This is 83. That's 79. In 4 years, we went from this to this.
Leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
What about this right here?
Oh yeah, this. Oh yeah, I don't know what happened to this. And that was the first 185S. And this actually had, this was a 185S.
That's a precursor to the Auto X.
This was where the 200X started developing.
Yep.
And this is that, look how this motor mount's all drilled out and stuff. Well, this bike right here had an XR 200 motor in it with a 6-speed transmission, but we put a longer chromoly spindle in the crank and put a 185 pull starter on it. But it was really an XR 200 motor out of the old XR 200.
Yep. Bulletproof.
Yep.
First gen GT 500.
Guess they didn't have to worry about the Kickstarter issue on that one, huh?
Exactly.
Well, a lot of that was based
I
off
don't know
of
what happened. What is this?
That's some of your photo magazine photo.
Oh no, there's an old picture. That's at Speedway 117. Oh, there's the tank that the nitro or heat pet knocked out of. This right here.
Yeah.
Such a cool factory photo shoot there, huh?
That's exactly what that was. That was for the Honda line ad, and that was the. That's actually a Polaroid.
That's you?
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Like
That's
an
a
action figure.
Yeah, exactly.
That is
But
awesome.
that's a Polaroid of at the photo shoots. Before they would take all the pictures, they would do a thing.
Who watched your bike before that? Was Honda watching them?
No.
No?
No. And what's this? This is, there's at a convention, my race bike above a big 3-wheeler. This is in the same corner as that picture taken on my 125. What number are you?
I think that picture right there is a good picture.
This picture is taken at Alaska in Anchorage.
No kidding.
In an indoor arena in Anchorage.
Now, would Honda fly you around to these, or
Yeah.
did you guys drive?
Oh no, they flew us. We had a mechanic that would drive the truck. Those two pictures I think are taken in the same, pretty much the same corner.
Hanging it out.
And then this is before there was a lot of 3-wheeler. This is you know how big DG's catalog is now?
They're Dicorp, right? That's what.
Yeah, this is the DG catalog.
Dicorp.
That's me. That's
Dicorp
Dean.
was DG, correct?
Right. So there's, see, they have their own radial head.
Yep.
And then there's a picture of Mike Coe, Dean, and me.
I just sold one of those on eBay about 8 months ago.
One of these?
Percolator?
Oh, very cool.
Yep.
I've never seen a percolator in person.
I know. Not many people have.
They didn't work very good.
Well, they had percolators for 250Rs and Odysseys.
See, and then that's me, and that's Mike, and then Steen. And that's me there.
This
There's
is
Mike,
81, 2,
well,
3.
it's probably,
That's
this
you?
is me, that's Mike, and that's Dean.
How about the
And
hotties?
that's me.
Yeah.
They're just models.
Uh,
Oh, actually, to tell you the truth, that's Stevie Wright right there. Steve Wright.
Tricotties.
Yeah, exactly.
they were around.
Tomorrow ought to be good.
You want me to take that from you?
Yeah.
Mike says Doug DeMues is in there.
Oh, Doug?
Friends with him? Were you
Yeah,
good friends with him, huh?
friends with him, but he got killed.
I used to see him all the time up in Redbud.
Huh?
Oh, Wheelie King.
Hang glider, yeah.
I got his video. I've watched that thing like a million times. The documentary.
Oh, you know what? I'll bet you there's a guy over there that I raced against in Washington, and I think those are pictures that you're.
Casey?
Yeah.
Are you racing with him?
Yeah, against him. This is he'll know that picture right there. I gotta keep that album. That's it. This is in Thurston Graves where he raced it.
Malvern last year, didn't
I think. I don't know. It's got a lot of stars. Yeah. No, it's like a Sandhill Ranch. I don't know. That's my 70. There's a 70. There's a 70. There's a little 110 in the back. Look at setting against Trimoto.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
Tim, hold those pictures for him, would you?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, here. And put those on the bottom. Though that I'm not really sure where that's at. There's Doug DeMues right there.
Cool.
And actually, Doug DeMues, Mike Coe, and me did the testing on this bike because Doug got hurt while they were building this bike in Special Projects up in Honda because it had a differential and it had cutting brakes on the handlebars. And you could turn the handlebar and it would spin around. I couldn't ride it very well, but Doug rode the crap out of it. But that's me in Alaska on his handlebars. Actually, I got a picture of me on the handlebars of his motorcycle somewhere.
That's neat. Look at that.
This is us doing a meet and greet, you know, with the kids, teaching them how to ride 110s.
And after he quit wheeling the 3-wheeler, then he was back on the dirt bikes.
That's an autograph session right there.
He'd go up and down Red Bud, dude, the entire track.
These are
Every year
original.
I saw the guy.
I'll give you guys a couple. I'll sign a couple of these. These are the original. These are the original things that I used to pass out. That I mean, that's 30 years old.
Yeah.
I found some.
Yeah.
I found it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's somewhere. That's an autograph thing. This that's Mark Dooley. That's the owner of DG. Back then. And that right there is the king right there. That's freaking Wes McCoy. That was our
Wes McCoy.
That was our manager right there. That was the guy that got pissed off when we got in trouble. That was Wes McCoy.
Which one is you here?
I'm right here. That's Doug. That's me in Anchorage when we went out sightseeing. That's my girlfriend on Doug's bike. That's Stevie Wright, Mark Waxeldorfer, and Marty Hart, number 19. That's Mickey Dunlop right there. And actually, Mickey Dunlop won this race. I don't know. I think that might be Tracy Dixon. I'm not really sure. And then that's back to Verona. At least I got my pictures all freaking organized, huh? At this race, they actually had problems with the thing being too wet. You'd drive the tractor over and it would just go moosh all through it because it rained before it. Look at how shitty the track was. Doug.
Would Doug come to the events and do like...
He would do exhibitions. He would come with us. That's me and Dean. That's before I broke my collarbone. That was that weekend I broke my collarbone. And there was a little kid that his dad used to fly him out and I used to train him. His name was Bobby Eckert. That's Bobby Eckert and me and Stevie. There's the big winnings. Won a pipe.
There's another picture of Bobby Eckert. Up in the top right-hand corner.
Yeah, right there. There's Bobby Eckert right there. This is actually a program from the very first Winter National, and I think it was in somewhere in Oklahoma. I wonder if that's Thurston Graves. I don't know. That's at Saddleback, or that's Curtis Sparks. And these are some of the same pictures that were in the. That's that same turn at Saddleback that the other picture of the other two. We used to ride at Saddleback like a lot. I don't know who that was. Someone on a tri-motor. It might be Mike Marty Hart.
Oh, you're good.
Oh, that's Tracy Dixon right there.
Have a seat for a minute.
That's Curtis Sparks on a 250. Didn't see that very much. That's Mark Waxendorfer and myself. That was my first Team Honda van.
It's a nice rig.
Yeah,
Look at
that was.
I mean,
that was a brand new truck. A guy named Tom Gilday used to drive that to the races.
looked like it was an ambulance just built for racing.
Exactly. That's Stevie.
Nice.
That's Stevie Wright on a tri-moto. That's me. Yeah. That's Dean Sundahl. That was when it was fun, when you could ride on tracks like that. That was just flat tracking.
Hang her out.
Oh yeah, that was a blast. I think that's off of the center jump in the flat track. They had like a S figure that went through there. That's my house I still live at. That's I bought that house when I was pouring the concrete on the side of my house.
Still in the same house.
Yeah. Hell, it's paid for. I'm not gonna go nowhere.
Oh yeah.
Smart guy.
Especially these days, man.
And if you got good neighbors, shit.
Yeah,
that accounts for a lot.
Man.
My neighbors suck.
This is my buddy Cliff. He used to race. This is back in the quad days. That's Anchorage. I don't know who that is. Oh, there we go.
The head jump.
There's sand dunes right there. There's the one.
Yeah.
That's probably Superstition somewhere. That's how we used to ride. No helmet.
Don't put this picture up on 3wheeler World.
Mike, hold this picture aside. This is a picture of that race that guy was in with me. I want to be able to show him. I'll give it. I know he'll know exactly.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, it is.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's a real deal.
Actually,
there.
I had a whole bunch of old pictures like that of the sand dunes, and I don't know where they're at.
Well, there's also a tape that's missing too. That you're still
Yeah, there's a couple. I never really kept track of all this stuff.
Yeah, at the time you take it for granted.
Right, exactly.
I mean,
Is that the same